The IUCN Red List of Threatened Species, founded in 1964, is the world's most comprehensive inventory of the global conservation status of biological species. The International Union for the Conservation of Nature is the world's main authority on the conservation status of species. A series of regional red lists are produced by countries or organizations, which assess the risk of extinction to species within a political management unit. The IUCN Red List is set upon precise criteria to evaluate the extinction risk of thousands of species and subspecies. These criteria are relevant to all species and all regions of the world. The aim is to convey the urgency of conservation issues to the public and policy makers, as well as help the international community to try to reduce species extinction. According to IUCN, the formally stated goals of the Red List are to provide scientifically based information on the status of species and subspecies at a global level, to draw attention to the magnitude and importance of threatened biodiversity, to influence national and international policy and decision-making, and to provide information to guide actions to conserve biological diversity. Major species assessors include BirdLife International, the Institute of Zoology, the World Conservation Monitoring Center, and many specialist groups within the IUCN Species Survival Commission. Collectively, assessments by these organizations and groups account for nearly half the species on the Red List. The IUCN aims to have the category of every species re-evaluated every 5 years if possible, or at least every 10 years. This is done in a peer-reviewed manner through IUCN Species Survival Commission specialist groups, which are Red List authorities responsible for a species, group of species or specific geographic area, or in the case of BirdLife International, an entire class. History. 1964 Red List of Threatened Plants. The 1964 IUCN Red List of Threatened Plants used the older pre-criteria Red List assessment system. Plants listed may not, therefore, appear in the current Red List. IUCN advised that it's best to check both the online Red List and the 1997 Plants Red List publication. 2006 release. The 2006 Red List, released on May 4, 2006, evaluated 40,168 species as a whole, plus an additional 2,160 subspecies, varieties, aquatic stocks, and subpopulations. 2007 release. On September 12, 2007, the World Conservation Union released the 2007 IUCN Red List of Threatened Species. In this release, they have raised their classification of both the western lowland gorilla and the cross-river gorilla from endangered to critically endangered, which is the last category before extinct in the wild, due to Ebola virus and poaching, along with other factors. Russ Mittermeier, chief of Swiss-based IUCN's primate specialist group, stated that 16,306 species are endangered with extinction, 188 more than in 2006. The Red List includes the Sumatran orangutan in the critically endangered category and the Bornean orangutan in the endangered category. 2008 release. The 2008 Red List was released on October 6, 2008, at the IUCN World Conservation Congress in Barcelona, and is confirmed an extinction crisis, with almost 1 in 4 mammals at risk of disappearing forever. The study shows at least 1,141 of the 5,487 mammals on Earth are known to be threatened with extinction, and 836 are listed as data deficient. 2012 release. The Red List of 2012 was released July 19, 2012 at Rio+20 Earth Summit. Nearly 2,000 species were added, with 4 species to the extinct list, 2 to the rediscovered list. The IUCN assessed a total of 63,837 species, which revealed 19,817 are threatened with extinction, with 3,947 described as critically endangered, and 5,766 as endangered, while more than 10,000 species are listed as vulnerable. At threat are 41% of amphibian species, 33% of reef-building corals, 30% of conifers, 25% of mammals, and 13% of birds. The IUCN Red List has listed 132 species of plants and animals from India as critically endangered. Categories: Species are classified by the IUCN Red List into 9 groups, set through criteria such as rate of decline, population size, area of geographic distribution, and degree of population and distribution fragmentation. Extinct no known individuals remaining. Extinct in the wild known only to survive in captivity, or as a naturalized population outside its historic range. Critically endangered extremely high risk of extinction in the wild. Endangered high risk of extinction in the wild. Vulnerable high risk of endangerment in the wild. Near threatened likely to become endangered in the near future. Least concern lowest risk. Does not qualify for a more at-risk category. Widespread and abundant taxa are included in this category. Data deficient not enough data to make an assessment of its risk of extinction. Not evaluated has not yet been evaluated against the criteria. When discussing the IUCN Red List, the official term threatened is a grouping of 3 categories: critically endangered, endangered, and vulnerable, 1994 categories and criteria. The older 1994 has only a single lower risk category which contained 3 subcategories: conservation dependent, near threatened, least concern. In the 2001 system, near threatened and least concern have now become their own categories, while conservation dependent is no longer used and has been merged into near threatened. Versions: as of 2012 there are 7 versions: version 1.0, version 2.0, version 2.1, version 2.2, version 2.3, version 3.0, version 3.1. Criticism: in 1997, the IUCN Red List came under criticism on the grounds of secrecy surrounding the sources of data. These allegations have led to efforts by the IUCN to improve its documentation and data quality, and to include peer reviews of taxa on the Red List. The list is also open to petitions against its classifications, on the basis of documentation or criteria. A Nature editorial defended the Red List's relevance in October 2008. It has been suggested that the IUCN Red List and similar works are prone to misuse by governments and other groups that draw possibly inappropriate conclusions on the state of the environment or to affect exploitation of natural resources. See also. References. Further reading: Hilton Taylor, C.A. History of the IUCN Data Book and Read List, 1, retrieved May 11, 2012. IUCN Red List of Threatened Species, 2009. Summary Statistics. Retrieved December 19, 2009. IUCN. 1994 IUCN Red List Categories and Criteria version 2.3. Retrieved December 19, 2009. IUCN. 2001 IUCN Red List Categories and Criteria version 3.1. Retrieved December 19, 2009. Rodrigues, A.S.L., Pilgrim, J.D., Lamaray, J.F., Hoffman, M. and Brooks, T.M. 2006. The Value of the IUCN Red List for Conservation Trends in Ecology and Evolution 21, 2, 71 76. Sharrock, S. and Jones, M. 2009. Conserving Europe's Threatened Plants, a report on the lack of a European Red List and the creation of a consolidated list of the threatened plants of Europe. Retrieved March 23, 2011. External links: IUCN Red List.